So there's a couple of things that I've learned. One is you should stop trying to impress women, right? And then two, some women will want you to try and impress them, right? But part of what they want from you trying to impress them is to read you, right? And read your character. Once you start trying to impress, we're going to talk about the things that you think are impressive or important, right? So now she gets to understand how you think and what you think is important. But then at the same time, she gets to judge whether or not you're confident or egotistical, right? And why you're confident or egotistical, right? And then depending on the things that you're telling her that you think you're going to be impressive, she's now just building your character and a list of history. If you talk about uh, being in the gym, right? All right, cool. Oh, he goes to the gym. He likes his body. Some women think men that go to the gym a lot are egotistical or cocky, right? So it's like the more you try to say things about yourself to boost you up in a better light. Oh, I have a X, Y, and Z car and I drive this, right? And like, okay, so he likes cars and he thinks that the car is gonna turn me on or something. Like, and I'm not saying this is a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just saying it's something you need to be aware of. And I was kind of aware of it, but I wasn't. Like I was aware of the fact that dudes do it, right? And I know that guys will try and talk themselves up and boost themselves up. I've never really liked that because it seems superficial. And if you like me because of all of the things that I tried to flex in your face, that doesn't necessarily let me know that you actually like me, right? You like the external and the materialistic things. All of that shit could be gone tomorrow. Like literally, it could all burn down today. And now you just stuck with the nigga in front of you. So if you don't like what I'm bringing, just myself, then it's pointless, bro. I'm not gonna break my neck and bust my brain to try and accumulate all these things and keep them just to keep you impressed. Fuck that. And then secondly, what made me realize is a girl, literally, we were in the room. It was a dude who the group didn't know, and he was just telling us about himself. It was just how I took it. I wasn't really thinking too much about it, right? And then he left the room, and little shawty that I've known for a minute looked at me and was like, "Well, Charles, why don't you ever, tell us stuff about you like that? Like, you don't." And I was just like, I didn't know I was auditioning for attention. Like, I didn't know that you were waiting for me to tell you why you should fuck with me. Cause that's corny. As if you were actually interested, we could have just had a conversation. Any of the stuff that he just told you about himself, I would be willing to tell you. I just don't walk around wearing my accomplishments on my forehead to try and impress people. I think that's corny, but a lot of people think that's normal. People think that's how you're supposed to, you feel me, interact with people and like position yourself in the pecking order of things. It's like, bro, I don't give a fuck what you've accomplished and obtained monetarily and physically because you're not giving it to me. It has nothing to do with me. I'm not about to live in this house. I'm probably never going to see the house. I don't need to ride in your car. I have my own. So for me personally, I've never been the type of dude to lead with any of this type of shit ever. Like I've had people know me for over a year and be like, I don't really know much about where you're from. I know you work here, but like I don't know much about your career. I don't know much about your career path. It's like, yeah, bro, because I don't just walk around telling people everything that I've ever done in my life because you don't need to know. For what? What are you going to do with the information? I'm not trying to impress you. I'm not trying to audition for you. I'm not trying to be cool for you. And so this is something else that I've learned. And this is why I'm telling you guys to not worry about leading with all of that. Just become the type of person that you're proud of and the type of person who's proud of themselves, right? Because once you develop this certain type of internal compass and this confidence, people are automatically going to assume you've done something to gain it and earn it, right? So you don't have to go around telling everybody what you've done in order to obtain this sense of self. Once you have a strong sense of self and you're proud of yourself and you're pleased with yourself, the way you carry yourself and the way you behave is just going to be completely different. And that confidence is going to read. And the fact that a lot of people associate being confident in oneself with a myriad of accomplishments, they're going to assume you've done something that lets you know you're the shit. And all you have to do is like yourself. If you like yourself and you believe you're worth, I'm really disconnected, don't know. And so, like I was saying, once you start to develop that sense of self, that sense of confidence, and you carry yourself in a certain way, people are going to be curious as to why and what it is about you that gives you this self-assuredness, right? And so you don't have to say as much. People are going to be in contact and communication with you to try and figure it out and to see if you're going to say what, where, who, when, and why. You feel me? What gave you this? What do you do? You feel me? And they'll just realize that they already like you without you having to prove why they should. As for me personally, I don't believe anyone should be auditioning for attention. Like, that's stupid. We're all individuals. We all have something different to offer. So if you wholeheartedly step into yourself, you're already interesting, right? As opposed to trying to manufacture interest based upon the things you think somebody wants to hear. You don't know what's in that person's head. You don't know what's in that person's brain. So you're only regurgitating the information you already think is interesting. And if you've already had this conversation or if you always use this speaking point, you probably sound like you've said this before because you have. I don't know. Maybe not everybody's listening as hard as me, but when I'm having conversations with people and they just start writing down, oh yeah, and then I did X, Y, and Z, or oh yeah, how am I da, da, da. Like, you practice that. You've said that before. Like, literally, you've put that sentence together in that way in order to garnish a certain reaction from people, which is fine. I just think it's really interesting you care that much about my opinion and I don't even know you. And I think that's a big part of what it is for me. I'm not too pressed about other people's opinions on other things, especially if I don't know them that well and I know that they don't know me. So it's like for me to do and say a bunch of things to propagate myself up to be looked at in a certain light and I don't even know you. Oh, bro, I feel like a clown. I feel like I'm at the circus. I feel like an idiot. Because what if the person I'm talking to doesn't even live in this country? Like, they don't even understand the realm of which I work in. I just wasted all my time trying to put my best foot forward to impress you, and you don't even know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, this is just for me telling the guys right here. Yes, it's okay to talk your shit. You feel me? Let them know you in the room. Let them know you feel me, competent. It's okay to show the fact that you're competent, but never feel the need to lead with impressing somebody. I'm gonna end this with this here. One time I was out. I was at a party. It was not a party. It was a rooftop bar and modeling event, right? And so there was this model that I had talked to real quickly, and I had walked her to the bathroom, and that was where we disconnected, right? I didn't ask for her name. I didn't ask for any follow up contact info, none of that, right? And so later on, I'm getting ready to leave, and I see her at the bar talking to a dude, or he's talking to her, right? And we make eye contact, and I kind of like notion to the fact I'm leaving, and she waves me over. You feel me? So we can exchange info. So dude still talking, even when I walk up. Dude was still talking, right? She's looking at my phone, putting her shit in it. And he's over there talking about, I got this trucking company. I got my CDLCs and I do trucking. And then I also do like, and the time it took for me to walk over, say, yeah, I'm actually about to leave. It was good to meet you. Give her a side hug and her to type in her Instagram. Dude was talking about three different business endeavors and finances, right? Which cool. I'm not mad that nigga was getting bread, especially if he's really getting bread the way he was saying. But as the outside dude looking in, I was just like, either this conversation is going poorly or he's not good with women, right? For him to just start it be already this deep, they just met at the bar, and he's this deep into telling her three different financial plans he has. Yeah, he's definitely trying to impress her, man. And she wasn't paying attention. This is the reason why I said don't do it. Is because yes, she was standing there with him, but she was looking me dead in my motherfucking mouth, in my face. She had my phone in her hand the whole time he was talking, and homie didn't falter. So it's like for me personally, if a bitch is talking to me, bro, while she's looking another nigga in the face like this, I'm shutting up. I'ma shut completely up and just watch the interaction. And then once he walk away, I'm like, oh, you fuck with that nigga, huh? You feel me? Like, I'm not about to sit here and keep auditioning for your attention when you're clearly giving it to another man. Bro, what? And so this is why I think it's crazy. Because even like I said, the little shawty who was sitting there, we had already known each other for maybe a year, if not a year, close to a year. And she was like, wow, Charles, why do you never do that? And I just, you never tell us about yourself and all the things you do. And I was like, I didn't realize that I was supposed to be auditioning. And I just started laughing. The look on her face was like, you feel me? Because it just let her know, like, I don't think you're so important that I have to impress you. What? Yeah, man. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I do not try to impress anybody. I've never tried to impress anybody, like, unless we were actively somewhere doing something. And even then, it's like, unless you're about to pay me for what I'm completing, offer me a scholarship or a role or something. I've never been worried about impressing somebody unless it came with an accolade or an award. If I'm not winning anything, your opinion doesn't fucking matter. So yeah, dudes, stop being out here trying to audition for a girl's interest and attention by telling her every positive thing that you've ever done in your life. Like, it's cool to let them know, drop a couple of bombs, you feel me? But oh yeah, I like my job, or like, I finally gained this leadership position, or I've been doing X, Y, and Z for X amount of time, you feel me? Let them know you're competent, but the main thing is that you're confident in your competence. And when you know something, you don't walk around telling everybody, I know this and I know that and I know this. You feel me? A doctor doesn't have to prove to people that they're a doctor. They get called doctor every time they go to work. They wear a fucking name badge that has their doctor title on it. So they're not in the grocery store just telling people, oh yeah, I completed my doctorate from X, Y, and Z, and I work in the medical fields for X, Y, and Z every time they meet somebody. Like, no, let your aura, let the way you carry yourself, let your confidence, let your charisma speak for itself. And then let people wonder why you have this level of confidence. Not gonna lie, most of the time they're gonna assume you're rich. Like, I've literally had people say, damn, bro, you must be fucking rich the way you walk around the room. And I was like, huh? Like, you seem so happy and so outgoing and fun. You must be rich. I was like, that is a crazy assumption to make just because I like myself and I'm happy. Like, in order to be happy, I have to be a millionaire. Society's really getting so far out here. So far to being fucked up. But all right, I digress. I'm off this. Y'all got this. Stop trying to impress people, dog. Be yourself. Just be yourself, like yourself, build a certain level of self confidence and competence, and it's going to breed as if you're the most confident person in the room because you like yourself. You're not trying to audition, you're not trying to hide anything, you're not trying to cover anything up, you're not trying to fake anything. And people can tell that. They can sense it. They might not be able to sense exactly what it is, but they'll be able to sense the fact that this is a different type of interaction